Part.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing.
This is the one thing that's noted for the scriptures is this is the area, we'll see a hill where Saul and Jonathan's bodies were strung up by the Philistines in 1 Samuel. And so we're going to be looking at this stuff in just a moment.
All right, we are in the Beit She'an area. Try and capture all the text here so you can see that. You can pause the video.
I have to use the restroom.
All right, go ahead. And this looks like it might be a scale model of what we're about to look over. Is that a model there, Bob? Is that a model of the place?
It is.
Oh my gosh.
Look at this. A model overlooking what we're about to see. That's your pastor.
People, I'm going to give us, after everybody comes from toilet, I'm going to give an introduction on the model.
Look at this place. Looks like kind of the main road down through town there.
Alex.
Giving you an overview here, and we're going to go walk down through some of that, I think. Look at that.
Can you get your ducks in that picture?
What version phone is this?
So Pastor Dave was telling me that that hill back there is where the bodies of Saul and Jonathan were strung up by the Philistines. Right up there. Looks like a long set of steps where people can actually walk up there. I don't think we'll be walking up there today. I don't think anyway, but hey, there it is.
Okay.
Pretty amazing looking place.
Not only does he doesn't pounce on me.
But hell, here's that main road again, right there. Almost looks like a runway. Oh, okay. We're gonna go get an overview of what's going on here.
Remember how we say thank you in Arabic? Thank you in Arabic. Shukran. Shukran. Very easy. Yeah. Shukran. And how do you say good morning? No, it's Hebrew. What are you talking about, people? Good morning. No, people, Hebrew, Arabic.
I don't think
We
you
speak
told us.
Hebrew. They speak no.
Oh, for them?
No, Boker is Hebrew. In Arabic, we say Sabah al-Khair. Sabah al-Khair means good morning. And you say Shalom. By the way, I'll tell you what. So when you meet somebody an Arab Muslim and you want to honor him, he says to you, you say to him, like we say in Hebrew, Shalom Aleichem, Aleikum al Salam. And he will repeat Salam Aleikum. Okay? Aleikum al Salam, may you have peace, and he will say, you will have peace as well. That's a nice way. Aleikum al Salam. Impress them. Aleikum al Salam. Aleikum al Salam. Salam, shalom. People, salam. What's the problem? Salam. 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 Salam.
Salami.
Like salami. Good morning to you, people from Virginia and people from outside Virginia. So, we are seeing Beit She'an, the model, and Beit She'an started on the hill right there, on the hill, on the hill, on the hill, on the hill. How do we call it hill?
Tell.
Very good. Meaning the beginning of Beit She'an is there. Sorry. We have a city built on top of a city. Remember the story, like
Yeah.
the Gilboa city. So, what is the building we see there? Is what left of the Greek, what left of the Greek temple. Greek. But the Greek are not the first. Who are the first? The Egyptian. About minus 1300. Who came later? The Philistines. Why the Philistines are here? Remember what they want to control? They want to control the trade. Remember?
Yeah.
The trade that goes all the way to the which sea? Which sea? Mediterranean. Very good. By the way, this is as east as the Philistine ever got. As east. Where are the Philistines usually? Along the coast. In fact, when you read the Bible, you even know the name of the cities.
Coastal peaks.
Yeah, they are Gaza, Ashkelon, Ashdod, Gat, and Ekron. Not Akron, Ohio. Akron, the real Akron, which is here. Akron, absolutely. 5 cities. Now, when you hear the name 5 cities, you already know something. Because for those of you, I'm going to talk about something real quick, side subject. Because when you remember the story of David, he went to the brook and he picked. Now you understand why. He picked 5 stones because it's an early prophecy. Remember the Bible? We talked about prophecies of the Bible. To tell you that David will be the king who will finally be able to get rid of the Philistine. So the 5 stones for the 5 cities. Now you understand why 5. And I heard already all kinds of preachers in my life that are talking about the brothers of Goliath and 5, which is grace. Nothing to do. I mean, it's good. But the real reason, you have to understand David will be the king. Saul was not able. Remember Saul? Where was he killed? There. The mountain of Gilboa. Remember what David said afterwards? You, mountain of Gilboa, shall receive no rain and no morning dew. Remember, he's cursing the mountains of Gilboa, like it's the fault of the mountain. You understand? He's so upset. And you would think David will be happy because he's going to be the next king in line. No, so. In fact, he ordered to kill the one who brought him the message. Remember? He ordered to kill the one who brought him the message. And he told him, your mouth tested for you. The guy was lying, by the way. The guy was lying. The Amalekite boy was lying. He did not kill Saul. Saul fell on his sword, but he wants to score points. You understand what I mean? And he's telling something. And you know what we say? It says in the scripture, in the book that was written by the wise of all men. Of course.
Solomon.
Thank you. The death and the life is in the no, in the tongue. Okay. Life and death. So, the Greeks, we won't see much, but a little bit of it remains. Okay, what happened? The Greek temple is always on the highest part of the city, but the Greek city is already at the bottom. The Greek city. We know who replaced the Greeks, remember? We talked about it in Caesarea. It will be the Roman who replaced the Greeks. What are the Roman? We said they copied. People, if you look at the gods of the Roman, they use a different name for the same god. You know, Bacchus became this, and this guy became that guy. They pretty much adopt the Greek culture. They build a Roman city which starts over there. Look at me. You see arches at the bottom of the hill? People, you're not with me. Arches at the bottom of the hill. This is what we call the Nymphaeon. The Nymphaeon is a place where there is water, and they build sculpture of women, and it's a fountain, and the water will be gushing out of the body of those women, out of certain parts. I'm not going to go into detail, but you understand what I'm saying. Are you all with me? Yes. That's what you call the fountain, which is at the bottom of the hill. Then, of course, this is a center. This is like the city. People are coming to shop. So the main shopping street, take a look right there. You see, I don't know what's the main city, what's in Virginia, what's the capital of Virginia? Richmond. What's the main city, main street of Richmond?
Probably Main Street.
Main Street, that's Main Street. Meaning, you understand, Champs-Élysées, Rodeo Drive, all of this, right there, okay? Right there. What else we have to have in a Roman city? We have to have a theater. Remember we talked about Caesarea? Theater, horse racetrack for sports, theater, but we also have a public bathing facility. The one here is impressive, but the one in Masada is even more impressive, and I will show you the one in Masada, but remember they had it here. Look where you see this kind of plastic pyramid. You see some structure over there?
Yeah.
This is the public bathing, because the public, of course, need to bathe every now and then. That's the public. But we do know what happened after the Roman Empire declines. We know who came after the Roman Empire. It's still Roman, but it used another name. What is the name of this new Roman Empire? They became Christian? Exactly. So what do they need if they're Christian? Church. And here, the church is there on the left. The remain of the church. You can't see, but you will see some columns right there.
Yeah.
Next to this bathing house. Right there. You will see it like, no, DV. Don't worry, DV. You know DV? Don't vote. In other words, you will see it. So we have here the beginning of the city. Remember the Greeks. After the Greeks come the Roman. After the Roman come the Byzantine. And then during Muslim time, there is already an earthquake. People, 739 major earthquake destroys everything. So in the time of Muslim here, it's a small village. No more this big impressive city. Small village, a little bit out of where it used to be, more this way. Look at me. Not that way, but more this way. Actually, the Jewish town was over or close to the remains of the old Muslim village. This is Beit She'an. This is a city in Israel. Right there, it is Beit She'an. But Beit She'an started there, remember? Beit She'an starts there, it moved this way. One, not the other way, because there is farming land. And you don't want to waste good farming land.
Yeah.
Why wasting good farming land when you can build your home there and then you can use the farming land? The land on the other side of the Tel, remember the word Tel, is the land of the tribe Issachar. Remember the name Issachar? Actually, and you know the blessing of Jacob to Issachar, which is a blessing, not really a blessing, you actually have to work hard all your life. Remember, it says clearly. By the way, yesterday I was asking you a question about Dan. Nobody came with any kind of comment. Remember, I said when you look at Genesis 49 and you look at the blessing of Jacob to Dan, the blessing to Dan is the most unusual blessing. To all of the tribes, Dan received the most unusual one. But you didn't look, so it's fine. So later on, when you have a chance to look, take a look and tell me what you found that is so very unusual. Only to Dan, to nobody else. Okay? So this is the model of Beit She'an, the Tel. What we are going to do now, we are going to start with the theater. Then I will show you up. Remember Caesarea, the amphitheater, when you gave the talk, right? In Caesarea? And you saw latrine. Remember latrine?
Yeah.
Remember? You're going to see a bigger latrine. Remember latrine?
Yeah.
We talked about. You will
Yeah.
see. We'll walk on the foothill of the Tel. Some of you that would like to climb up can do. I'm not telling you what to do, how to do. But what we'll do, we'll say when we meet to meet here. When we say to meet, that's the meeting place. All good?
Good.
Yes?
Yes.
All good?
Yes.
Capiche?
Can I give you another story about the 5 stones? Or another?
Sure.
They represent 5 books of Torah. So it's the word of God slaying the wicked life.
Yeah, I know. But, yeah, you're right. But actually, when we agree that the Bible is, I agree with what you say. But when we agree that the Bible is a book of prophecies, and you're wondering why 5, and then you read about the 5 cities of the Philistines, and you know it's actually foretelling you something about David. What it's foretelling you? That little shepherd, the teenager shepherd, which is able to kill Goliath, Goliath. Goliath is heavily equipped, but he is daring to fight this huge power. And the beginning, the sign of it is already when God is directing him to the brook, and he's picking 5 stones. Let me tell you something. If the number 5 was not important, the Bible would have said he went to the brook, he picked stones. The minute it says 5, it means there is a significance in the number. Of course. And the significance is David with a sling. It's not really with a sling. He will be able to defeat this. Think about it, people. You are in a valley as a teenager. This big guy is standing there. This little Jewish guy is here. And this little Jewish guy, no weapon, no sword, no this, no that. What is he using? Sling. Now, I'll talk more. I promise you I'm going to give you a whole talk because I'll bring you a sling. But I want to tell you something. Thanks God. Of course, there is always God. Don't get me wrong. That David was using the sling and not willing to take the sword of Saul. And do you know why? Because if this is Goliath and I have to take the sword, I need to come close to him. If I'm close and come close, who has the advantage? He will have. If I use the sling, he is there, I'm here, but the sling gives me an advantage. And from the practical point of view, absolutely David was right by using the sling. All good? Questions? Questions?
So I have what Jacob told.
Huh?
I have what Jacob told.
What did he say?
So here's what he said. He said, then shall be judge his people, then shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel. Then shall be a serpent in the way, a horned snake in the path, that bites the horse's heels, so that his rider falls back. For your salvation I wait, O Lord.
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Did he say to any other of the people other tribe who is blessing? Now here comes the question, which rabbis were struggling. Why did he say to them, to your salvation I was awaiting, O Lord, not to anyone else, but only to the dead? And this we are going to answer. At least I'll give you an idea, not an answer. I tell you what I think or what rabbis are thinking. I'm not that smart. After this episode from Raiders and the Lost Group.
Okay, what time are we meeting?
Heading down into the actual room of Beit She'an.
No, you're okay.